Everyone, my name is Timothy and today I'll be presenting on the SAP Business Technology Platform as a BTP champion for the line of business finance. Today I'll be looking at how the business technology platform from SAP is able to help you and your finance business achieve the additional innovative and technological outcomes that you are looking for. For today's agenda, I'll be quickly touching on what the SAP Business Technology Platform offers and what it does, and how it benefits the finance line of businesses as well as a few key use cases. Following which, I have a quick demo video on SAP Analytics Cloud, and I will be showing what some of the capabilities is. Finally, I'll round off with what SAP's unique value proposition is with the BTP, as well as how you can start on this journey with us today. So what is the SAP Business Technology Platform? The SAP Business Technology Platform is the foundation of the intelligent enterprise for tomorrow. It consists of 4 key main pillars: database and data management based on our latest HANA in-memory database technology, real-time analytics based in the cloud, application development and extension, as well as intelligent technologies such as robotic process automation and machine learning. And within each of these subcategories, we're able to do a few things to help you and your businesses more effectively utilize the data in your systems. These would be things like making better decisions and more compliant decisions, allow you to gain insights from your data with ad hoc analytics, on the fly predictive analytics as well as the ability to augment your capabilities with extended applications on top of the SAP ERP suite that we typically have for the finance users. And lastly, to optimize processes and automation through leveraging robotic process automation, artificial intelligence, so that you could spend less time on manual work and more time on higher value added tasks. And so what we have is a few technological categories that I've introduced, and the key outcomes that come about will be these 7 that you see over here. First is an integrated end-to-end process from procure to pay, from order to cash, from record to report. This entire business process in the finance line of business is completely integrated. On top of that, if you have additional processes, you can also integrate it through our SAP Business Technology Platform's integration suite. Second would be the ability to create value from the finance data that you have in your system. The reason why we're able to do that is because all finance data is in the SAP HANA database, and using our key data warehousing technologies on our SAP BTP, we are able to actually derive even more insight and value to help you make better financial decisions. Thirdly would be the extensibility. As regulations continually evolve, as finance requirements continually evolve with different business scenarios like COVID, rapid and continuous innovation is paramount to ensure that what we have today will not be left behind through extensibility. And lastly, we have 4 more key value propositions from our technologies, and that includes innovation, differentiation with one platform, accelerated time to value of all your key technologies, as well as openness to connect to many different non-SAP sources as well. So for finance users, what we can see is today there are many challenges such as operational efficiency, expansion and growth, centralization and standardization, compliance, risk and responsiveness, business model agility, and innovation. And all these challenges revolve around making things more efficient, augmenting your processes through innovation, as well as being more flexible and agile with the entire finance process. And this is where the BTP comes in. The first part would be the extension suite, where we are trying to augment your finance processes in the intelligent enterprise. And how we choose to augment your applications is very specific to what you are already having on the SAP platform, which is the digital experience, the digital process automation, and development efficiency. By leveraging on the SAP extension suite within the business technology platform, you are actually able to build additional applications to better serve finance users digitally. On top of that, you're able to automate through IRPA many different processes. A good example would be our cash application, which helps to use machine learning to automate the clearing of invoices. And lastly, development efficiency, where the time to build a fully utilizable application has drastically reduced, so we can ensure that there's continuous innovation for the finance department whenever requirements change. So right now, I'll quickly touch on how IRPA helps to automate your finance processes. As you can see over here, what we have is a IRPA Cloud Studio, and as you can see, there is very little coding involved in IRPA. Most of it is drag and drop, such that the finance business analyst can actually be the one configuring the robotic process automation based on the workflows that you have in your finance organization. And so you can see over here that on the right hand side we have the typical finance screens, and you are able to tell the robot exactly which fields and what you want to fill in. As the accounting processes tend to revolve around a lot of data input, this IRP will definitely help speed up and automate a lot of these processes. And so we can see from this screen over here that at the end of the day, the low-code, no-code development is really catered for business users. Traditionally, technology and cloud technologies on the cloud platform have been for IT people. But today, with a little bit of enablement, we believe that the business users will be able to leverage on the IRPA for their very own processes that we want to automate as well. And so, besides having users build their own use cases, we have already built some of the use cases in our IRPA suite on our BTP for finance. And over here are some of the key use cases that we have. The more popular ones would be the manual AP processes, the GL entry uploads, and the bank statement reconciliation. And so we have over 150 plus pre-built IRPA bots and workflow management processes, as well as 20 business services, all from our SAP Business Technology platform. The second part would be integration, which allows your finance people to integrate all your data in one platform for the intelligent enterprise. What happens is that with our integration suite, we're able to connect to multiple systems and harmonize the end-to-end processes. You're also able to accelerate innovation by starting with integration as the foundation of your finance transformation. And lastly, with integration that is now democratized, users are able to enable self-service while managing governance. And integration has added a layer of machine learning to optimize the entire landscape to ensure that it is the most seamless process of integration. So right now, I will talk about some of the key use cases for the Office of the CFO. The first will be Porsche and how they transform into a data-driven enterprise with the SAP Analytics Cloud. And so what they use the SAP Analytics Cloud to do would be primarily for finance KPIs, such as looking at the profitability of the manufacturing, maximizing the efficiency of your businesses, how they can choose to lower costs, improve decision making. Next will be another company that uses process automation that is robotic in nature. So this is where financial closing is extremely important, as it is one of the key workflows that tends to be very labor intensive and complicated. And so what users can do is that they can use IRPA to actually automate some of the repetitive processes in the financial close at month end. And this helps to reduce the number of activities that the users need to do, as typically a huge portion of these activities are repetitive. Villeroy and Bosch also uses our business process optimization to actually help them improve their operational efficiency in their tasks. And so these includes things like finance, purchasing, and customer service. So right now, I'll quickly show a quick demo on the SAP Analytics Cloud. So what happens is that for finance people, we need to typically compare actual and planned data, run variance analysis, and create forecasts. What we will see over here is that with SAP Analytics Cloud, we are able to run a P&L with data right from the ERP system itself. And you're actually able to look at things like a period balance, a comparison balance, as well as an absolute difference across the entire chart of accounts. And at the top, you're actually able to configure the type of parameters and dimensions that you want to define to showcase the view that you see below. And so right now, I have imported some of these data into my SAP Analytics Cloud. And with this, I'm actually able to see a quick P&L overview of my entire organization, as well as I have something called Smart Insights to actually help me look at the top contributors to my actuals and how it differs from my budgets in terms of the variance analysis over here. Besides that, I'm also able to make comments on my planning templates. As you can see over here, this is my forecast and this is my budget, and I make a data point comment over here. So this allows a much more collaborative nature when it comes to doing planning, similar to what we do on Google Documents, where multiple users can have access to edit on one single document so that you have one single source of truth. Besides that, we also have the predictive forecast embedded in our SAP Analytics Cloud to help our finance users predict things like your net revenue. And we can put these predictions back into the planning templates that we have in our system. And finally, we can also do a simulation to actually check what is the impact on specific changes in our KPIs. And this is especially relevant for today's scenario, where if you want to simulate the impact of COVID, the closure of some stores, or if the government gives some grants, what my overall P&L will look like. In terms of visualization, it is also a full visualization tool, where you can see over here I can do drill downs. There's also a variance analysis, and that I'm doing a comparison automatically. So now I have chosen to drill down into my individual product lines. I can also drill down in my tables as well. And so I'm also able to send out planning templates to many of my different users to allow them to collaborate with me in terms of keying in the relevant planning data. And so to quickly round up, with SAP Analytics Cloud, you're able to compare your actuals and planned data in real time, create forecasts, and leverage financial planning capabilities across